Hello, everyone, and welcome. Happy Monday. I hope everybody had an amazing Easter. I just dropped in the chat. Let me know where you're coming in from and what you really want work on, right? So, we're coming out of, I hope you all had an amazing Easter. We're stepping into warmer weather here in the Northeast, and I hope you guys all are having nicer weather unless you actually live in like the Sun Belt states or where the sunshine is amazing. So yeah, always drop in the chat, please. That will help me and my team. Like, what do you want to work on? Like, what is stopping you from becoming the healthiest version of yourself? So today, I want to ask you a question. Have you ever felt exhausted even after a full night's sleep? If that's you, drop me in the chat. Have you ever felt exhausted even after a full night's sleep? Or have you struggled with bloating or mood swings, sugar cravings that just came out of nowhere? Maybe your weight won't budge. You're like on that frustration cycle of I can't lose weight. I don't have energy. I don't have discipline. And you feel like you're doing everything, but like by midday, you're still off. But yet in your mind, and I was this person too, that's why I can, that's why I can teach it. You're doing all the right things, but you still don't feel like the healthy version of yourself. You still don't feel like your mind is on, or you are feeling like your best, like you can get through the day and feel great. What if I told you it's not about your willpower? It's not your metabolism that's giving up on you, and it's not even your hormones, right? It could be your gut and your blood sugar. They're talking loud and clear to you. You drop me in the chat if you've ever experienced one or more of these symptoms and you felt stuck not knowing why. Your blood sugar, bloating, or low energy. And if it's something else where you feel like you can't get through the day, drop that symptom in the chat so I know what it is. Okay, so here's the truth. Why do your gut and blood sugar matter? Your gut, as I tell my patients all the time, is your second brain. It runs the show literally, especially the food that you put in it. It produces neurotransmitters like serotonin, which are your joy chemicals. It helps influence inflammation. Your immune system is the largest in your gut. It's responsible for your sleep and even your sugar cravings or other cravings that you may have. I just personally have been going through a difficult time and I've been craving salt. Salt feeds the adrenals. So I know for me that I needed to start taking an adaptogen and I needed to increase my fat because that's what works for me. And this is what I want all of you on this live that show up and hear me to figure out what works for you. So your blood sugar, it's your body's energy thermostat. When it becomes out of balance, your mood can crash, you cannot focus well, and your metabolism and cortisol, your body goes into survival mode. So that means more fat storage. You're going to start storing more fat. You're going to start increasing inflammation, and your cravings are going to get stronger. Does that make sense? Drop yes in the chat. I love to be interactive with you guys that are on live. And if you're watching this as a replay, drop questions in the chat so that we can support you. That's my goal. Here's the truth. Most people are on a daily roller coaster ride. Their blood sugar's spiking and it's crashing and it's spiking and it's crashing. They're eating more carbs on the go. They're not eating enough protein, not eating enough healthy fats, and no fiber. And guess what? How many people are blaming it on their age? Oh, it must be my age. It must be my hormones. It must be because I have less progesterone in my body as a female. Maybe I have lower testosterone as a male. I'm tired. But they could also be blaming it on their genetics. But the root's here. I want to ask you something. Have you ever gone more than 5 hours without eating and then suddenly you feel like hangry? That hunger, anger, shaky, irritable, or even like you're famished, like you got to go grab something? That is a blood sugar crash, right? So raise your hand or say yes if that's ever happened to you, because I know I can raise both of my hands. It has happened to me plenty of times, especially recently through this stress that I went through. I wasn't eating on target. I was eating good quality foods, but I wasn't eating my normal time frame, like my normal habitual way that I know that my body really loves. So honestly, I still struggled a little bit, but I'm feeling back on track as of Friday. It took some time. So, what I want to talk about right now is the 3 top foods that help you heal your gut and balance your blood sugar. And you are not going to be surprised, but the number one is protein. It is your blood sugar stabilizer. It helps slow your digestion. It keeps your energy more happy, steady, and stabilized. And it actually helps you build and support your muscle. Most people do not get enough protein. And I say that because I see patients at my clinic all the time. And when we start to do a review of what their protein is, it's not enough. So, what you want to think of for your protein is your ideal body weight in grams of protein. I'm just going to grab a number here. Say your ideal body weight is 150 pounds. You want to do a maximum of 150 grams of protein per day in divided doses, not at one meal. You can't do it at one meal. And then you could do on the lower end of, like, I would say 110, 120, again in divided doses. Your body needs amino acids from the protein to actually be the building block for muscles, right? So aim for protein at every single meal. And you heard me say this on Friday. Those of you that are live with me now, that were live with me on Friday, breakfast is key to having a healthy fat and healthy protein, so you blunt that early cortisol surge. Again, protein and healthy fats. You need insulin for protein and insulin for carbs, but you don't need insulin for healthy fats. Why do you think when I was feeling low energy over the last couple weeks, when I was going through what I was going through, I added more healthy fats to stabilize because I wasn't eating as consistently and what my normal amount was. So again, why am I sharing with you a second time? Because you get to figure out what works for you. Number 2, healthy fats. We're looking at like avocados, raw olive oils, healthy quality like pumpkin seeds or nuts like walnuts, almonds, pistachios. They don't just keep you full. You need healthy fats for all of your cell membranes. Also, healthy fats bring down inflammation, and they actually feed your brain because your brain is 80% fat. They were also crucial for hormone production and for slowing down the release of sugar into the bloodstream. Fats do not make you fat. They help with everything that we just talked about. Drop fat if you're already adding healthy fats into your meal, or What fat are you going to start with today? Let me know in the comments. I can't get you guys to interact today. What can I do to get you guys to interact? This is what's always challenging here. Anyway, let's go to number 3, fiber, and fiber from whole foods. Fiber is your gut's best friend. It helps feed your healthy gut microbiome. It keeps your digestion regulated. It reduces your cravings. And as a bonus, it even balances your blood sugar by slowing the absorption of glucose. It helps you detoxify excess estrogen and toxins through the bowels. Think about, what is your most favorite fiber-rich food? What do you love that gives you really good fiber? Because you need it for gut healing. When you're thinking about what am I eating daily, most people roll their eyes, and patients to this day struggle with this, and sometimes I do as well. You want to eat 12 varying types of vegetables and antioxidant fruit. Why? Because your microbiome, your gut health, it thrives on variety. And your body thrives on different minerals. So the more diverse that you are with your vegetables, then the more resilient and healing your gut becomes. It also helps to do what we just talked about in the fats. It helps you reduce your inflammation. It helps boost your immune system. Sorry about that. And it keeps your digestion going. So when we are thinking about antioxidant rich foods, we're looking at berries like strawberries, blueberries, raspberries, blackberries, lingonberries. These berries and oxidant rich foods, you can also think of colorful veggies as well. They're going to protect your cells and reduce oxidative stress. And you'll say to me, what's oxidative stress? That causes a challenge with your cells, okay, without getting into a deep biochemistry. So you want to eat antioxidant rich foods to help protect your cells. So think about this for a minute, which will release a lot of you and have an aha moment, because you get to change your way of thinking. What if instead you stopped that calorie counting that we were all so trained to do over the years, and you focused on color and diversity of the foods you're eating? What if you stopped calorie counting and you focused on the diversity and the varying types of vegetables and fruits that you're eating, as well as focusing on protein and healthy fats? I don't really look at calories anymore in patients. I look at what their balance of their nutrition is, because that's what's going to keep their mind sharp. That's what's going to keep their immune system healthy. Because unfortunately, we don't live in a healthy world. We live in a very toxic world. So we also want to think about removing processed foods and eat whole, nutrient-dense foods that come from our earth. I can't suggest that anymore. Like this, even though we talked about this on Friday, even though your foods are healthy, and you're seeing that they say organic on them, on the protein bar, and their quality, are they the best for you? What if you made them? What if you did your food prepping? That is how you are going to become transformational. You're going to start to feel better. Your balanced blood sugar is going to be more balanced. So let me recap how you can connect and be more loving to your gut. How balancing your blood sugar is really by balancing your plate. Protein, that's going to stabilize your blood sugar and support. What I want to say to you is, think about this. This was taught to me many years ago. And you could do turkey breast or chicken. 3 to 4 grams of a turkey breast or chicken are the same calories of like a cruller donut from Dunkin' Donuts. But you and I both know from what I just talked about, what is going to carry your energy for longer time? It's going to be the protein. So always think about that when you're choosing your food. It's going to stabilize your blood sugar and it's going to help with repair, and it's going to allow you to have the muscles that you need as you age. Because if you don't eat enough protein, your body's going to go in and break down, catabolize, it's going to break down amino acids, protein in your body so that your body can function. That sounds awful to me. So why not let's just eat the right amount of protein that I talked about earlier every single day? The other one we talked about today was healthy fats. They actually help you heal your cells, they reduce cravings, and they fuel your brain because, again, your brain is 80% fat and you don't need insulin for healthy fats. Lastly, fiber and veggies. They help you feed your gut microbiome, your mineral status, and they help you balance digestion. And when you're eating the right amount of antioxidant veggies, fruits, and fiber-rich foods, you're building up your microbiome, right? So if you're somebody that had to take an antibiotic because it was something, whether it was your tooth or you came across strep, which is out there right now, when you took that antibiotic, you cleared out a lot of your gut flora. 100% take a probiotic, but why not, on top of taking that probiotic, you're also expanding the veggies and the fiber that you're eating? Because diversity equals power to your gut. So I talked about eating 12 varying types of vegetables a day plus antioxidants. That's going to help you do deep healing. So let's summarize our action steps here that will help you be successful. And when you get on this track, I will tell you, you will start to lose weight because you're eating more of what your body needs. I have this happen to patients all the time. Dr. Donahue, I didn't try to lose weight, but I ate the right foods for my body that we discussed. My pants fit better. I lost 10 pounds. I lost 12 pounds. And it wasn't because we were focusing on the weight. We were focusing on the quality of food that the patient was eating. So here are your action steps, because I love it when people summarize so that you can begin to transform as you step into the spring, the beautiful spring weather, and you step in and you think about bathing suit season comes in June and July and August. Add protein at every meal this week. Okay. Think about, what is my protein? What is my veggie? What is my healthy fat? That will help you have a healthier, happier gut. Begin to swap out processed snacks for healthy foods. Okay. Aim for your variety of veggies. So if you're somebody that is eating 2 or 3 veggies a day, try to double that. Don't go from 2 to 12. Well, you can, but I want you to be successful. And we know by research and change that we change based on how we're eating, right? And we change. So if we're eating 2 to 3 veggies a day, let's double that. We want to add on a habitual habit on something that we're already doing. So if you're somebody that might do a salad with 3 veggies in it, think about adding a couple more. I know for me, I think about 3 veggies at each meal. Then I get a minimum of 9, and I often will get 3 others in through the day. So that's how I do it. Then let's reflect and say, what is your gut asking for right now? Are you craving? Do you have low energy? Are you feeling sad? Like, is your serotonin low? Because remember, we talked about that being the joyful hormone, right? So reflect on your body and listen to the body. And here's a bonus for you that I have my patients do, and I know it's challenging. Journal how you're feeling after each meal to look at like your energy and your mood and your sugar cravings, or any kind of cravings for that matter. Because as you begin to journal, you can go back and you might have an aha moment like, oh, Dr. Donahue, I ate this. Half an hour later, I felt this way. I ate this. A half an hour later, I was like, where is the sugar? My energy's dropping, right? And think about after you eat each of your meals, think about going on a gentle walk. I don't mean like running through like the neighborhood or running through work if you have like walking paths, which many companies do now. How can you add movement in? So I'm hoping this is helpful. I'm going to open it up for any questions that you actually have and think about what are 3 foods that you can add to your next meal? Is it veggies? Is it antioxidants? Are you not eating enough protein? Think about what that is. And I know whenever I show up to these lives, I always have a notebook so that I can take notes because there's something that I can pick up on that I can learn. So let me know in the chat if you feel confident because there's a bunch of you on right now that can tell me like, what food are you going to add? Don't be shy because I'm here to support you. Okay. That's okay. Yeah, and you can always drop it in the chat afterwards, whatever the social media. If you want to add it in YouTube, I answered a bunch of YouTube questions yesterday. If you want to ask it in Facebook, that's great. Wherever you feel comfortable, because at the end of the day, I want you to become the healthiest version of yourself. So I want to ask you if this message spoke to you, share it with somebody, share it with a friend, share it with a loved one who's been struggling. Let's not keep the healing to ourselves because we know community. As I build a community, I know so many people ask questions in our closed community. I want to be the ripple effect, right? And I will tell you, this just came up for me right now. I will tell you, if you want deeper support, join me in Pocket Doc. That is my exclusive audio membership where I teach you how to heal naturally. I just dropped the link in the chat. I teach you how to heal naturally week by week. And I go live twice a month, the first and third Tuesday at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I give you bite-sized wisdom and powerful protocols to help you get to the root cause of what's going on for you. And people love it because they have access to me. And I'm doing a teaching the first week and the third week where I go live, or you're getting a teaching every single week with a handout once a week that will help you support you on your healing journey. For me as a licensed naturopathic doctor, helping you heal, because that is my goal as a licensed practitioner, to support you in your healing journey. I hope this was super helpful. Again, please share it with a friend. Click on Join Pocket Talk. I would love to see you in there. I would love to see you asking questions in our closed community. And I hope you have an amazing week ahead. And if you have any questions at all, you know where to find me. I am sending you so much love on this beautiful Monday. Have an amazing week ahead. And I will talk to each and every one of you soon. And thanks for showing up and thanks for being you.